What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Limp Noodle YouTube channel. So today I wanted to go over some of my favorite tools that I have here in my shop. Now I've got a decent sized shop. It's a 60 by 64 foot shop, and you know, when I got a shop this size I was really excited, but I knew that I was going to need certain things to stay motivated to work on things, because I don't like not having the right tools. So a few of my favorite things I'm going to show you right now here in this shop. Number one is a 50-foot extension wall mount 3-plug extension cord. These things are amazing. They're super cheap. I don't like having a bunch of extension cords laying around, and I don't like rolling them up, and I don't like dicking around. It's a lot of time wasted. These things are really cheap, really sweet. I've got 3 of them. I got one there, I got one over there, I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them mounted across the shop, and I can reach 50 feet in either direction, so I can reach pretty much every corner of this place here. You know, we got plenty of room here, but if it's not for these, I would spend so much time reeling up cords, and these are just so nice. Look, bam, I'm where I want to be. And then if I want to put it away, I can just, good God, I can just give it a tug. Okay, super easy. You can adjust that. You can adjust that ball so it hangs down. I got it mounted pretty high. You know, I'm a short guy, so I got them mounted, I don't know, 7 feet in the air, and then they just hang down as far as I want to set them. It's awesome. The second thing I recommend, one of these guys. Okay, roll up hose reel. This is another 50-footer. I've got 3 of these scattered throughout the shop, so I can reach every single corner of the shop. This is a central pneumatics. Okay, and these, I got these from Harbor Freight with a 20% off coupon. I saved loads of money. They're super cheap anyway, guys. These are like, I don't know, $70, 60 bucks. I do not like chasing around hose. I don't like rolling it up. It sucks. I don't want to do it. I just don't. Okay, and then when you have it laying on the ground, it gets all dirty and gross and grimy, and every time you touch it, your hands are black. I just like to keep things a little cleaner than that. So I got a bunch of these. They work great for me. Love them. I suggest you get 1, 2, 6, however many you need. They're awesome. Big deal. Those and extension cords save me a lot of time. Number 3, I have a nice little power tool organization station here. I actually made this on the CNC. We sell them. They're pretty nice to have. I really like this one. They're very sturdy. They're made out of 16 gauge steel. And I mean, I've got a good amount of weight on this thing right now, and it does not care at all. So these things have never fallen. They never get bumped off. And they're actually mounted on the door to my air compressor box that I house my air compressor in to keep it quiet. So this door gets open and closed, and nothing ever falls off this thing. It works out really good. These are coated with a nice hard chip guard coating so that they don't get chipped up by the tools. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Another one of my favorite things to have in the shop, because I like to keep things as organized as I can, and I hate going around looking for my frickin' power tools. It sucks. Sometimes I got 3, 4, 5 people working on their stuff in here. I don't need that in my life. You know what it is, right? A little roller cart. If you have a shop of any kind of size, you're going to realize how much time you spend running back and forth to your toolbox. I keep my toolboxes way over in front of the lift. This guy, I can roll wherever, and I just got random stuff. I mean, you don't need to keep everything in these things, man. I got a bunch of screwdrivers, wrenches, sockets, stuff like that. She's pretty well loaded down, you know, with just random stuff. And these aren't the best tools in the shop, you know what I mean? But it's pretty much all Harbor Freight stuff. I got a heck of a deal on this. I know these things are super cheap anyway. We also have a 3 panel roller cart, which works super awesome. We use those to put parts on. When we pull a car apart, I put all my parts on that cart, and I keep this cart around for just working on stuff. And super useful. I know this is a Harbor Freight deal, but I actually bought this from a guy who was just clearing out his shop. You know, he was moving to Arizona. He was like, hey man, I'm selling everything. And this thing was mounted over the top with a bunch of tools. I got the whole thing for like 150 bucks with all the tools that were laying in it. And this is all stuff that was in it. You know, it wasn't on the holders like it is now. It was just scattered. And I didn't think there was going to be a full set of nothing in there. I got lucky. I got a heck of a deal. keep an eye out, guys. Check out Craigslist. Check out Facebook. People are always selling these things. People fall on hard times. People are tired of their projects. People are having kids. They're not going to work on stuff anymore. This is where you can get this stuff. And on top of that, if you want it brand new, freaking Harbor Freight sells them and they're cheap. So I would definitely get one of those if you have a shop of any kind of size. If you're working in a 2-stall garage or even like a, I would say 20 by 40 shop, I wouldn't even worry about it because, I mean, you can run back and forth to the regular toolbox all day long. Okay guys, so real quick, toolboxes. I have 2 Husky toolboxes. I really like these boxes. I originally got these because I could get the biggest box for the cheapest price pretty much anywhere. I mean, I was looking online, I was looking at all the stores. I got both these from Home Depot because they were just, you know, they were the nicest quality box and the biggest box I could find for the price. And I'll tell you what, man, this is my newest box. Okay, take a step back here. I mean, this is a decent sized box. You know what I mean? It's really nice, has tons of storage and the right size storage, not just a bunch of useless boxes. We've got outlets and USB all over the sides of this thing on both sides, so you can plug it in. The back is magnetic, so I can hang things on there. I mean, it's just really nice to have. This is my old box. This is the first one I got. And, you know, it's not as nice. I think these are, yeah, these are just regular rollers, but they're pretty sturdy. This new one, these things are soft close. So, I mean, come on. What more can you ask for? If you guys are looking for a good quality toolbox that's cheap, affordable, and actually does what you need it to do, you know, has drawers in the right spots for tools, these are the way to go. You can find, I know Sam's Club sells some. They've got those long roller boxes with the wooden tops, and those are friggin' sweet. I love them, and they're cheap. But all the drawers are the same size. They're just kind of useless too. You know what I mean? They're more for like keeping supplies. Like, you know, if you were a mechanic shop, you'd have all your carburetor jets and your parts and stuff like that in there. Smaller stuff, maybe screwdrivers if you want or whatever. But for the most part, they're kind of useless. These things have all the right size rollers. So, I mean, you know, you got a super deep one down here. I keep all my, you know, boxed equipment in there. You know, one for air tools. It's a little bit more shallow. And these 2 are the same. These 3 are the same depth. This one's really deep. Then on the side, it's kind of the same thing. Really deep, same depth, but they got 4 drawers there. Then you got a nice long one. I like to use this for my sockets. This is all metric in here. You know we're about that metric life here. And then, you know, we got a few things up here, so they get a little deeper. And this box comes with Husky mats. I mean, come on. It came with this mat on top. Come on! It's freaking great. This box did not, but that was a long time ago too. And I just threw, let me get a good look at one of these. Some of these don't even have mats. I just threw this, you know, texturized stuff in here. You can get a roll of that for pretty cheap. And I believe I bought this box for $250 brand new from Home Depot. It was on sale, but I think originally they were 300 something. I mean, what a deal. Husky. I really like Husky boxes. Don't need a snap-on. I mean, they're nice. Don't need them. These are just as nice in my opinion, and I love them. I think they work great. I put a ton of weight on these things. I mean, look at these drawers are chock full. A lot of times we'll leave this socket drawer hanging out like this for hours. I mean, I've had this box, this is my newest box, and I've had this one for probably 3 years or better. Not all the drawers work, everything works perfectly. The shocks aren't worn out on the top. Everything is really nice. That one, I've had that one for probably, honestly, probably like seven years, and everything still works on that. It's mint, it's perfect. And we've moved these things from shop to shop a few times, full of tools. I don't take that stuff out, you know. So good, cheap, quality toolboxes. All right, guys, next on my list, the parts washer. Okay, I got this thing at a garage sale for like $30, and you can find these, I don't know, at least around here you can find these everywhere for cheap. People get rid of them, you know, they buy them because they're big into, you know, restoring cars or doing whatever they're doing, And then life goes on. They get into other things and they don't use them anymore. So they're like, hey, I got to get rid of this. And they sell them for super cheap. They're super cheap new too. It's a win-win. If you're rebuilding engines, if you're doing anything with engines, you need this, okay? You don't need the parts washer. I mean, all reality, for the longest time, we were just using a bucket of solvent. Get a tote, you know what I mean? Go buy one of them big totes, put 10 gallons of solvent in it, and you're there. The solvent's the expensive part, you know what I mean? You got 50, 60 bucks and do a 5-gallon pail of solvent, but the actual parts washers are so cheap that I just cannot justify not having one. If you got the space, grab one of these things. It's so nice to be able to set a set of heads in there or whatever you're working on and just keep them rinsed and scrubbing them, and everything's contained. It's real great. It's a real great tool to have. I suggest looking on Marketplace, Craigslist, wherever. Go look online, eBay. You could probably find some really cheap ones on eBay that, probably 50 bucks. As a matter of fact, I think that Harbor Freight has one for 50 bucks. They sell multiple sizes. That's a bigger one. They smell smaller ones. They sell smaller ones for like 50 bucks too. So you could get a brand new setup, something smaller, something that'll fit in your garage or your small shop, whatever you're working in, and it'd be very useful. Like I say, if you're even doing one engine rebuild, if you're doing like a junkyard LS, you're just gonna beat the tar out of it, and you just wanna do one project in your lifetime, pick up one of them little ones, man. You can always sell it. I mean, if you buy one for 50 bucks, you can probably sell it for 20. Big loss, and it's nice to have. So, well guys, those are the top 5 tools that I recommend everybody have in their shop. I mean, I love having them around. They make life so much more easy. It's hard to get the motivation up to go and work in the shop if you have dog shit tools, man. If your tools suck and everything that you do, you gotta fight and beat the crap out of and hurt yourself, busting your knuckles. It's nice to have the right tools to do the job. Very rarely do I rent tools. I'll go out and buy the tools unless I think I'm gonna use them literally once. If I think I'm gonna use it once or twice in my lifetime, I'll probably just go buy it because it's nice to have. I got buddies that do this stuff. I can help them out by having these tools available. So if you're getting a shop that is any decent size, those air reels, you're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. And it keeps your hoses so clean. I mean, you can put a rag in your hand every time you reel it back in and just let it slide on the rag, and that rag will come out pitch black and it'll just clean everything right off. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. We got more stuff coming. I'm waiting on some parts. I'm waiting on some paint to come in. We'll showing you guys how to paint those valve covers and prepping those and doing everything on those. So stay tuned for more stuff.